I don't like saying I am happy or unhappy, because I mean, I feel sad sometimes. I feel, you know, like, you feel different kind of emotions. Sometimes you feel elevated, and sometimes the opposite of that. And that is pretty natural. If you think that is happiness, that first of all is no happiness. You're supposed to feel that. You're supposed to sometimes feel down. So you're supposed to sometimes feel elevated. That is natural. That is normal. And if you think that that you're feeling down, that is unhappiness, that means that you're not that means that you're not happy. That is not the case, right? I can feel down. I can still be happy, because I don't look at the way I feel and say, okay, the way I feel dictates if I'm happy or not, right? The way I would say, I'm at peace, right? I don't need happiness. You need happiness, right? I don't need happiness. So that's the case, right? And the biggest thing I would say, how you feel right now, or any time, like even if you feel sad, whatever, I could be in pain. I would not say I'm unhappy, right? So it's a choice, right? And this is another thing. You're just too attached to the way you feel. That's also another thing. Yeah, so that is the thing, right? You think too much of happiness. First of all, you don't need happiness. Here's another thing. Let's take this scenario. Let's say you feel okay right now, but you say this, right? That I'm not unhappy, or that I'm unhappy, right? But you feel okay. Let's say something happens and you're in a huge, like, you're in pain, and I mean intense pain for a long time. In that moment, what are you going to be saying? Oh, I wish, I could be happy in this moment. Or would you wish that, I just wish to be okay, right? What would you be saying? You probably would be saying, if I could just feel okay, I would appreciate it so much. And I have been in situations like that, right? And even though in, like, where I have been in situations like that, I was still not, like, even at that time I wasn't thinking this way. How I feel is happiness, basically. If I feel elevated, I still, obviously, I didn't think like that. But still, if you go through intense pain for a longer period of time, you would think this, I just want to feel okay. You would forget about happiness. So if you feel okay right now, be grateful, because a lot of people don't. And this is my point. We complain too much, right? If we stop complaining, and again, you're not going to stop automatically, right? What you do is you look at yourself every single day. How can I stop complaining? Okay, pay attention to yourself, the kind of thoughts you have in your mind, and in situations you see yourself complaining, you catch yourself complaining, you're like, shut up, right? You say that to yourself. I have no reason to complain in this. If I have no control over this, complaining won't do anything. And you do this over and over in different situations where you see yourself complaining. Over time, you won't see yourself complaining. This just won't happen.